Hello, everyone. Welcome to our English class. And we are now on our week 7. Okay, so are you ready? Let us begin. Look at the chart and tell me what each picture shows. Okay, everyone say, wash your hands. Repeat, wash your hands. Now look at number 1. What does it say? Wet hands. Okay, wet hands. Number 2, it says soap. Number 3, it says wash for 20 seconds. Number 4, it says rinse. Number 5, it says dry. And number 6, it says turn off water with paper towel. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. Let us answer some questions. What do the pictures tell you? What do the pictures tell? Okay, if you answered how to wash hands, then you are correct. Everybody say it after me. How to wash hands. Can you say it alone? Very good. Okay, so let's have question number 2. How many steps are there in hand washing? How many steps are there in hand washing? So if you remember, you said 1, 2, 3. Those are the steps. Okay, how many steps are there? Okay, if you said 6, then you're right. Okay, can everybody say there are 6 steps in hand washing? Can you say it after me? There are 6 steps in hand washing. Okay, can you say it alone? Very good. Thank you. Now let's move to the next question. What is the second step of hand washing? What is the second step of hand washing? When you say second, it's 2. Okay. Put soap on hands. Put soap on hands. Can you say it alone? Very good. Thank you. Next question is, what is the fourth step of hand washing? What is the fourth step of hand washing? All right. Number 4, or the fourth step, is rinse hands. Rinse hands. Okay. So, what is the last step of hand washing? What is the last step of hand washing? All right. It says turn off the faucet. Turn off the faucet. Can you say it? Great. Thank you. Okay. This time we're going to read the words in the pictures about hand washing. Let's begin. What is the first step? What is the first step in hand washing? Let us read. The first step is wet hands. What do you wet your hands with? What do you use to wet your hands? Very good. It's water. Can you say it together? Water. Okay. In simple term, you say water. Okay? Water. All right. That's number one, or the first step. Let's go to the next. What is the second step? What is the second step, or number two? Great. Number two is soap your hands, or put soap on your hands. Can you say it? Put soap on your hands. Okay, you may use soap, powdered soap, or liquid soap, or even bar soap. Okay, so that's it. Put soap on your hands. Now, number three, or the third step, is wash your hands for 20 seconds. Wash your hands for 20 seconds. Okay, how would you know that it's already 20 seconds? Or how would you count 20 seconds? Are you going to look at the clock? All right, you can. That's great. But it's a lot of hassle. So what you're going to do is to just sing the happy birthday song. You may sing it two times by saying, Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Sing it again. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Okay, so 20 seconds is up. The moment you sing happy birthday song for two times. Okay, so let's go to the fourth. The fourth step, or number four, is rinse your hands with what? Okay, you rinse your hands with water. You rinse your hands with water. Yes. All right. Can you say it? Rinse your hands with water. Okay. And let's go to the fifth step. Okay, so let's say you dry your hand. You dry your hand. You can use a paper towel. You can also use a tissue. You can also use the bimbo or the hand towel. Or you may even have um, a dryer, right? Or you may also use the electric fan to dry. All right. So again, the fifth step is dry. Dry your hands. Okay, let's now move to the sixth step, which is the last step, and that is turn off water. Turn off water. Okay, when you say turn off, you're going to stop the water from going out or from flowing. What do you use to turn off the water? Because you know, when you go to a public place, yes, you public lavatory or anywhere you are going to have your hands dirtied again, right? After you wash your hands, you actually use a paper towel, right, in order for you to switch it off or turn it off, right? So you turn off the water by using a paper towel in order for your hands not to be dirty again, right? So it remains clean. That's very good. Okay, so thank you so much. Let's now continue. When should we wash our hands? When do you usually wash your hands? Okay, so do you wash your hands every hour, every moment, every minute? No, of course not, because you're going to have allergies on soap or whatever, right? It's going to also dry your hands. So when do we wash our hands? Any idea? All right. Okay, so we wash our hands if necessary. Okay, how or when? Hand washing is necessary after playing with toys or any other thing that you've played with. Okay, and before eating meals. Also, after eating meals. Hand washing is necessary after playing with toys, doing something, before eating meals, and even after eating meals if you used your hands, right? Okay, if you did not use utensils or spoon and fork, right? You have to wash your hands after. But hand washing is necessary after playing with toys and before eating meals. Okay? Another, if you have touched something that everybody has touched, like for example, the handrail that we have in school, right? Okay, or going in the bathroom, right? Or even touching the doorknob of the doorknob anywhere, okay? So that is too important, especially nowadays, right? Okay. So speaking of toys, I would like to ask if you have tops or have you seen a top? Okay, tops. All right. Tops. Do you know what tops are? Okay, if you know, then how many tops do you own? How many tops do you own? Okay. So, right, I want to show you later on what a top is. Okay, so now we will read a text about playing and counting tops. All right, but first we need to learn some words. Okay, I want you to look at this. This is Tom. This is Tom. Okay, the boy actually in the picture that has that is in black and white is actually Tom. So you will meet him in the story that you're going to listen or you're going to read about. Okay? So these are actually tops. Do you see them spinning? Okay. So those are tops. All right. They are actually spinning. Now, if you have a top, you can spin it like that. All right. It's a fun thing to play with, actually. So as we say, if you are going to play with this toy, then you have to wash your hands after, right? Okay, let's move. I want you to look at the picture in the middle. All right, there is actually the, you can actually see the left part and the right part. Okay, there is actually one top on the left or on the left side and three tops on the right side. Okay, how many tops do you see on this part? Right, if you said one, then that's correct. How many tops do you have on this side? All right, three tops. Okay, again, let's say one top on the left side and three tops on the right side. Okay, again, this is the left, this is the right. Okay, again, one top on the left side and three tops on the right side. Okay, so who has experience playing with this toy? Oh, did you? All right. Did you already experience or playing with that? That's very good. So what is the name of this toy? Mm-hmm. If you said top, then you are right. Okay? So it actually spins. Okay. And everyone, I want you to follow after me. I have 3 pencils and 2 other pencils. I will add the 3 pencils and the 2 other pencils. Again, I have 3 pencils and 2 other pencils. I will add the 3 pencils and the other or 2 other pencils. My question is, what did I do with the pencils? What did I do with the pencils? How did I end up with 5 pencils? How did I end up with 5 pencils? What are other words that mean add? What are other words that mean add? Okay, right. So the first question says, what did I do with the pencils? What did you do with the 3 pencils, and 2 other pencils? Okay, you combined them together or you added them together to make it 5 pencils. Now, what other word or words can we say or can we use to say add? Or that may mean add. I already mentioned it. I said, okay, I said, what did I do with the pencils? Right. So I said, I have to put the 3 pencils and the 2 other pencils together. Put them together, right? Okay. Or I'm going to combine. Okay, when was the last time you used addition? All right, of course we're using addition. Okay, when you say addition, we put the things together. We put the numbers together, okay, to make it one. All right, let's look at the numbers right there. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Everybody, 2 plus 4 equals 6. All right, we call the 2 first numbers right there as the addends. Everybody say, or can you say addends? Say 2 and 4 are called addends. All right. We call it addends because these are the numbers that we have to add. 2 plus 4, okay, are called addends. Now, what is or what do we call the answer to these addends? What do we call the answer to the addends that we have? Right, we call it the sum. Everybody say sum. Right. So the 2 numbers that we have to add together are called addends. Please say it, addends. Now, what do we call the answer to addition? The answer to the 2 numbers that we have added. All right, we call it the sum. Okay. Now, what are the numbers that we combine? What do we call the numbers that we combine? All right, it's the first one. For example, the 2 and the 4. What are the two? What are those two? When we combine them, what do we call them? Right. We call them addends. Can you say it in complete word or sentence? Say, the numbers that we add are called addends. Okay, can you say it together again? The numbers that we add are called addends. Right. So these are the numbers that we combine. And what do we call the result or the answer when we combine the addends? What do we call the result when we combine the addends? Okay, so we call it the sum. We call it the sum. Let us say it. Okay, incomplete sentence. We call it the sum, or the answer to addition is called the sum. All right, sum. Okay, let's take another example. Okay, 6 plus 4 equals 10. What are the addends? Okay, 6 and 4. Okay, if you noticed that this one is called the plus sign. In addition, we use this plus sign for us to know that we are adding, okay, or that we are combining numbers. Okay, 6 plus 4 equals 10. Now, what are the addends? Is it 10? No, it is 6 plus 4. Very good. And what is the sum? It is 10. You're right. Okay, now let us have, okay, the answers. What are the addends? The addends are 6 and 4. What is the sum? All right, 10. And how do you find adding numbers? Is it easy or difficult? Right, it is very, very easy. Okay, so remember, okay, that these words are very important. Remember these words because you will hear them in the story that you will listen to. Remember these words because you are going to hear them in this story that you will be listening to. Okay? So in this lesson, we are going to identify a procedural text type. When you say procedure, meaning you're going to say the steps. Identify the course markers for a procedural text type. And you have to express ideas using a procedural text type. Use context-specific vocabulary words and express ideas about one's experiences in a content-specific topic. Now, I don't have to explain so much for that because those are the objectives. So what we're going to do now is to have our lesson. Now listen to the selection that I will read part by part. Please be sure to answer some questions about each part. Are you ready? Let's begin. The title is A Day of Adding, Part 1. A Day of Adding, Part 1. One morning, Tom woke up and looked at his collection of tops. His favorite tops were black, and he had 7 of them. Tom was excited to add more tops to his collection. So soon after breakfast, his friend Mon came over and gave him 3 more black tops. Tom tried to add them together and said, I don't know how many black tops I have now. Mon showed his notebook in math and said, Last week, my math teacher taught me how to add numbers. Look at my notes. Okay, so let's go back to the statements. It said, first, know the addends that we have. Addends are the numbers to be added. For example, in the number sentence 10 plus 6 equals blank. So the addends are 10 and 6. So if you noticed, we have there 10 plus 6. These are the addends. Second, write the addends vertically. So we don't add them from left to right, but we have to add them vertically by doing up, going down, right? Just look at this. And third is add the numbers in one's place. Then add the numbers in one's place. Okay, so we put there 10 plus 6. So the number here in this row or in this column, sorry, in this column, the numbers here are called ones place. And the number on this part is what we call the tens place or the tens place. Okay? So now let us count the numbers on the ones place. Okay, let us add the numbers on the ones place. What is 0 plus 6? 0 plus 6. What's the answer? Very good. It's 6. Last, copy the number on the tens place. Copy the number on the tens place, and the answer is called the sum. Okay, so let's go back to this. 0 plus 6 is 6. And then what you have to do now is to copy the number and put it down here because there is nothing to add. Okay, 1 plus 0 equals 1. All right, that's why the answer is 16. Okay, I would like to demonstrate. Okay, so it says 10 plus 6. Okay, 0 and 6 right here is on the ones place. So 0 plus 6 is 6. Okay, since there is nothing here, okay, it's blank, then this is considered as 0, okay? So 0, there's nothing to add. So let's say 1 here plus 0 is 1 plus 0. Great. That's 1 plus 0 is still 1. So we put this down or bring this down, then that gives us the number 16 as the answer. Okay, so 10 plus 6, what's the answer? 16. Okay, what do we call 10 and 6 right here? What do we call them? Addends. Very good. And what do we call the number there? The answer? Great. We call them the sum. Okay. Now let's go to the next. Who were the boys mentioned in the story? Who were the boys mentioned in the story? Do you remember their names? Okay. It was Tom and Mon. Okay. Now, where are they right now? Where are they? right now in the story? Okay, they are at home. Very good. Tom and Mon are at home. Okay, so what is the problem of Tom? Did you notice that he had a problem? What is his problem? Or what is the problem of Tom? Okay, he cannot add his tops. He cannot add his tops. Right. So, what did Mon do? What did Mon do? Right, he showed to Tom the steps in addition. He showed to Tom the steps in addition. So, he taught Tom how to add numbers. He taught Tom how to add numbers. Okay? So, what is the chart about? What is the chart about? All right. The chart is about adding numbers with sums up to 20. Right, because 16 is below 20, right? Okay, if you remember, how do we count numbers 1 until 20? Can you say it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so the chart says about adding numbers with sums up to 20. Okay. What is the chart telling? Okay, it says how many steps are there. Okay, the chart is telling us how to add numbers and how many steps are there in adding numbers. How many steps are there in adding numbers? So what words are used before each of the 4 steps? What words are used before each of the 4 steps? Do you remember the picture that I put the numbers on? Okay, that I wrote. Right, what words are used? We used first, second, then what's the next? Then, and last. Okay, we used first, second, or next, then, and last. Okay, so sometimes a text tells us information or steps on how to do something. Sometimes a text tells us information or steps on how to do something. Okay? So let us read. Ben has 5 corn cobs. He also has 3 more corn cobs. Ben wants to add all his corn cobs. First, he lists the addends. Second, he lists the addends vertically. Then, he adds the numbers in ones place. Last, he copies the number in the tens place. Now, Ben knows that he has 8 corn cobs. Okay, I want you to read it with me. Ben has 5 corn cobs. He also has 3 more corn cobs. Ben wants to add all his corn cobs. First, he lists the addends. Second, he lists the addends vertically. So he put it vertically, going down, right? Then he adds the numbers in ones place. So if there are two numbers, he adds the numbers first on the right. The ones place is always on the right. Last, he copies the number in the tens place. The tens place is always the second. Okay, on the left. The right is the ones, the left is the tens. Now, Ben knows that he has 8 corn cobs. Okay, can we try it? Right. How many corn cobs does Ben have? Okay, he has 5. Okay, he has 5. Ben has also 3 more corn cobs. Okay, let's put it here. So he lists it down right there. Let's make it black. Okay, so he has 5 and 3. Let's total it or let's add it. 5 plus 3 is 8. Very good. So the answer is 8. Now Ben knows that he has 8 corn cobs. Okay? What are the addends in the sentence or number sentence? Number sentence 5 plus 3 is 8. All right, that's 5 and 3. What is the sum? 8. Very good. So, in other words, you can write this as, you can say this as 5 plus 3. These are called addends, and the answer is 8. What do we call 8? Okay, we call it as the sum. But, as I said, we always have to do it vertically, just like this. 5 plus 3, they should be aligned, okay, because they are the same in the ones place. 5 plus 3 is 8, okay? So these are the addends and this is the sum, okay? So let's now move to the next. 5 plus 3 equals 8. 5 plus 3 equals 8. What are the addends? Okay. And what is the sum? Very good. Now let us let us do the steps in adding numbers, okay? I want you to do 5 plus 3 equals 8. Can you do it? Okay. Right. First, look at the two numbers you will add. Okay, first look at the two numbers you will add. Second, count on from the bigger number. Count on from the bigger number. Isn't it that I usually ask you, like, always put the bigger number in your head, in your brain, remember it, and then add the second number, which is smaller? Okay, so here we do it, in writing, we do it 5 and 3. Which is bigger, 5 or 3? Right, 5 is the bigger number, and so we put it 5 plus 3. What's the answer? 8. Very good. So remember, they should be aligned, okay? They should be in one line. Okay, so third, count up using your fingers or aloud. Okay, count up using your fingers or count it aloud. Just like that a while ago, we said 5 plus 3. Which is bigger, 5 or 3? Okay, that's 5. And so 5 and you add 3 more. What is the answer? Very good. Okay, last, say the total or the answer. Say the total number or the answer. Okay, so what is the total or the sum of 5 plus 3? Very good. Okay, another example. I will give you another example. Let's say 2 plus 3. Which is bigger, 2 or 3? Right, so 3 should be first in your mind. 3 plus 2 equals 5. Remember, in addition, you can actually reverse it. Either the smaller should be up or the bigger number should be down. It's okay. But it's the technique there is you just have to remember the bigger number first. Okay? Now, let's go to this activity. Okay? What new words have you learned today? What new words have you learned today? Okay, so what words are used to describe the steps of how to do something? Procedural text. Okay, we call it procedure, procedural text, or procedure, okay, or the steps. Okay, what type of information is said when using words like first, second, then, and last? Okay. So circle the words used in the describe or in describing the steps of making juice drink. All right. So preparing juice is easy. First, get a clean drinking glass. Second, put water on the glass. Third, add powder, juice, and sugar to the water. Then mix it well. Lastly, or last, put ice. Again, circle the words used in describing the steps of making juice drink. Let's read. Preparing juice is easy. First, get a drinking glass. It's actually glass, okay? Second, put water on the glass. Third, add powder or powdered juice and sugar to the water. Then, mix it well. Last, put ice. Okay? Do you remember the words? There are only 4 words that we mentioned there. We did not say the number, but we used words. Okay, so I want you to get your activity or worksheet number 1 in English. You have to answer worksheet 1. Okay, session 1. That's it. So for your homework, I want you to prepare a procedural or the steps in preparing your favorite food. The procedural text on how to prepare your favorite food. Please use the first, second, then, and last. Include the steps in hand washing, okay? You have to include the steps in hand washing. So you will have the steps first in hand washing, and then you are going to add the procedural text in preparing your favorite food. Okay? So thank you. Tomorrow I will be sending you session 2. Okay? Bye.